temps, rire dans le vent. Et moi je cours toujours pour rattraper le temps. Car j'ai
8:21 back on Breakfast Television, and there she is, Valérie Carpentier. She is the winner of this great singing contest called La Voix.
That's right.
French version here in Montreal of
Yes.
The Voice.
A sensation here, La Voix.
That's
I mean,
right. And it was
well, imagine
humongous,
this,
the ratings
Alex,
they got, eh?
2.6 million people most Sunday nights watch. Think about that. How many Francophones?
Well,
Maybe 7 million.
You'd
Subtract
think,
little kids
put
and
the households together, and that's most of the province watching the show.
It's really, you know what, we always talk about this vibrant culture, but you think about that for a second, you know, that a 10% market share in the U.S. is a fantastic result.
Right.
This
No,
must
it's
be
huge.
just off the top of my head,
absolutely.
50-60% of the TV
Oh, no,
households.
for sure. And so she's
watching.
coming out with her first album now. And
Yes.
what's the sound? This is great sound.
It's really interesting. It's called L'été des orages, the summer of storms. And you know what? I was really pleasantly surprised. You know what? You kind of come with it thinking, okay, La Voix, you know, Star Academy. It's going to be kind of cheesy. Going to be like super commercial. She's, as you can see and hear there, quite interesting.
Well, interesting. I like that. Like you said, it's not such a common style, a common sound, and she's really, you know, after the show and the competition has her own personality in her sound as well.
Yeah, you know what? Listening to that, you know, one of the things I was thinking of, it reminded me a bit of Lana Del Rey, that was a sensation over the past couple of years.
Absolutely.
This is really not sort of cookie cutter commercial pop. It's a bit of chanson, 1960s French. It's a bit of sort of 60s soul. Right. It's a really interesting sound. She worked with all kinds of, you know, her coach on La Voix, because, you know, it's the same as The Voice. You get the four coaches. Her coach was Ariane Moffat, so she contributed a couple of songs. Daniel Bélanger worked on it. Daniel Lavoie sang with her. Yann Perrault. So she really got some of the really best people in Quebec working with her, and she's got a great voice. It's funny because when you look at her, right, she just looks like another girl from Chez.
Oh, the girl next door.
Yeah, just a little kid.
And she was lucky to have an amazing director for this video, which is Chloé Robichaud. She's been on our show too. I mean,
yeah, she's super interesting. She's made one feature, Sarah Préfère la course, that was, of course, at the Cannes Film Festival, and it is an interesting video. And again, I think it really suits Valérie Carpentier because it's different. It's much more artistic. This is really, and not a hit on Mary May, but it's not like Mary May that's really sort of straight ahead commercial.
Right.
This is her doing something different. So the visuals are really interesting. She wanders around these different landscapes, beautifally shot, because Chloé Robichaud's got a real amazing visual eye. So you know what? All in all, I was pleasantly surprised, and I thought, you know what? This is an artist I think that's going to stick around, because that's always the question with these contests: is it a flash in the pan? You know, it's like, where's Wilfred from the first year of Star Academy now? You know.
Now, well, now that you said it, he's going to pop up again.
Yeah, well, I hope so.
Now, quickly, tell us about Michael Pagliaro. His music is finally available now in the digital era.
Yeah, absolutely. Michel Pagliaro, one of the great singers. I mean, he's had a lot of hits in English, but was also huge in French. If you think of J'entends frapper, which is kind of our Johnny B. Good.
Like, I mean, I'm young, but I know this song. I've heard it tons of times.
Yeah, this is like a rock classic. I kind of say that Michel Pagliaro invented Quebecois hard rock. You don't have Eric Lapointe without Michel Pagliaro. The amazing thing is his music was not on iTunes until this Tuesday. He was not on any digital platforms at all. He told me he was waiting for the right deal. So you know what? Go out and buy a couple of songs or buy a couple of albums. There's a lot of great stuff. There's great stuff in English like Lovin' You Ain't Easy. There's great stuff in French like Louise, J'entends frapper. He's just a great singer-songwriter.
Great. Brendan Kelly, always a good time. We could be talking for hours.
I'd love to. Can we stay? I have to go.
You'll have to come back.
We
know that's going to happen.
Okay.
Good to see you,
Thanks
Brendan.
a lot, Alex.
All right, you guys. We'll be back right after the break here on Breakfast Television, only on City.